And hello, we now have a proper ability to record a video because this time I won't be talking like I am that proverbial tree in the forest. So, the last recording was pretty nice in terms of what I wanted to say, but not in terms of how loud everything actually was. So, now we're going to try and do this and record and talk with people being able to hear what I'm saying, which is really a boon for people who like listening to video. Because if you can't hear what's being said, then you might as well not. So I'm not going to do some of the introductory blurb that I did because if this video will be in English, and if you don't like it, you can go away. And there will be parts of this video where I'm practicing another language and predominantly Russian. And if you don't like it, you can go away and watch something else. So in principle, this is also a way to re-record some things that I said during the previous video, which were in Russian, but horrible. Sorry, there were some grammar mistakes that I just should not have made, and they just shouldn't have been there, so I'll redo saying these sentences in Russian, and hopefully it'll come out right this time. And if it doesn't, well then, my Russian isn't fluent anyway, so there you go. So, to introduce myself, меня зовут Jochen, я голландец, я из Spinakera. Я из студент университета Делфта. Я из тоже гитарист. У меня есть один брат. Его зовут Янс. У меня есть тоже мать. У меня есть тоже отец. And then I can ask for, things like, I can ask, у меня есть ручка. Well, that's not a question. У меня есть ручка, so I've got a pen. No, nothing special. I can say, от Москвы до Санкт-Петербурга это далеко. Это не очень далеко. And things like пока and привет. And what I've been doing and what I've been studying from so far for the Russian course, because I'm actually taking classes. I don't know why I'm doing that because it's a bit slow, but I'm doing it. So what I'm doing is I'm using this little booklet, which is cool, which as you can see is called Ruslan Russisch, but this book is a textbook in Dutch. It's a Dutch-Russian textbook, so if you're English speaking, well, you won't be able to read it because it's in Dutch. And this is a little textbook, and it's got the dialogues and the texts and everything. So just open a page here, and this is, I don't know, somewhere I've been, I guess. Right, this is lesson 2, and then you've got like the little exercises and everything. They also kind of skip around grammar a little bit, so they teach you the grammar a little bit, and because of that, it's sometimes a bit hard to keep track of what's actually going on in the sentences because you can't really construct full sentences from the beginning onwards. Not like you will be able to, but they don't teach you the plural for something, or the fourth case, the accusative case, just because it's used a lot. And then to make things more complicated, what we use for another book we've got is like this workbook, and that says Russian 1. And for some reason, the first textbook, because it's actually an English publisher that released these books, but the the Russian one textbook was translated into Dutch, but for some reason they did not actually translate the workbook with it. So the workbook is in English, which is a bit confusing if you're referencing both. So what I'm doing, or what I'm going to do, because the class is a little bit slow and there are parts of this little booklet that I don't really like, because there's not enough dialogue and there's not enough reading going on. It's just not expansive enough. Is that I've ordered a book called Teach Yourself Russian, Complete Russian, and it's not come in yet, so I'm gonna have to wait until it comes in before I start studying it. But it's going to take a long while because, you know, I've got a few exams to finish first, so when that comes in, we'll start whenever we'll start, and we'll see how far we get on with it. But I'm very psyched about actually reading it and actually studying it myself, just so that I can, get down the basics of the Russian language a lot quicker. So this is the vlog for now. I'm going to do other things that are less important or more important, whichever way you look at it. Just for now. So, пока.